Hey guys, this is Aish from Technician Studios, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Nexus 5 leaks so far. Now starting with the first one, we saw the back of the smartphone, which was quite ugly in those pictures, and that bulged out camera was looking so much ugly that I refused of buying of, that I've refused the idea of buying the next Nexus or the Nexus 5. But then we saw some new leaks regarding the front of the device. We saw the hands-on video, and that moved to me a little further. And then we saw the home screen and wallpaper of the Android 4.4 KitKat, which after seeing that I was very much impressed from Google. Now starting off with the price tag has been leaked $349 as done by Google in their Play Store. Now they uploaded the full details of the Nexus 5 instead of Nexus 4 in their Play Store in selected places, like in India the Play Store is not available for buying devices except the Nexus 7 2012 edition. Only one device is available in India for buying from the official Google store, but in the US you have several devices to buy, like the HTC One Google Edition, the S4 Google Edition, the Nexus 7 2013, the Nexus 10, and finally the new Nexus 5, which was uploaded by Google. The full details were uploaded, the full specs were uploaded, and the price was also uploaded. The price for the 16GB variant was $349. And talking about the specs itself, the device comes with Snapdragon 800 chipset, which is clocked at 2.26 GHz. Now it is a quad-core processor. Talking about the RAM, it has 2 gigs of RAM. The display, I'm not sure it's 5 inches or 5.2 inches, but it's a full HD display. From the earlier leaks, it was clear that at the back you have an 8 megapixel camera and at the front you have 2 megapixel camera. But now after the leaks are getting more evolved, we can see that the leaks say that the primary camera is of 13 megapixel instead of 8 megapixel, and the secondary camera is still of the 2 megapixel. Now the basic body design of the smartphone is similar to LG G2, which is the LG's latest flagship, and from the leaks you can see the thin bezels around the screen, which creates a very good effect when you are playing games or watching movies, and it doesn't interrupt you when it emerges you to the feeling of something different when you're playing a game or watching a movie. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Android, but I'm becoming after buying several Android devices. I'm an Apple fanboy, and I love iOS. I have iPad, I have iTouch, but now I switched to my Nexus 7 2013 edition for some time, and I think this is a really good tablet, and for the next device I'm gonna switch to Nexus 5 whenever it will be released in India. Now, as we all know that Nexus 4 was a huge success, and one of the main plus point of the smartphone was its low price tag. Now this is same in the case of the Nexus 5. The $349 price tag for such a great specs, including the Snapdragon 800 processor, are just great things. But still, talking about the design of the smartphone, the design is too simple. Now there are no much lines, no much designs, no much curves in the next Nexus or the Nexus 5. Now on the Nexus 4 we saw a beautiful back panel which had a check design, or you can say the square design at the back over the glass. Now that looked quite different from other smartphones, but in case of the Nexus 5, the Nexus 5 is quite simple, so we can't expect such things. As you can see the Nexus leaked images, the back is a sort of rubbish finish which you saw in the Nexus 7 2013 edition, and followed by the Nexus 7 2012 edition, and a Nexus landscape logo, so we can expect to use the device in landscape mode also. But I don't think that Android is made to be used in landscape mode, and I think that it should be and is pretended to be used in the portrait mode instead of landscape mode. We have discussed about the leaks. Now I'm going to be talking about what are the things which I liked about the smartphone leaks and what I don't. The number one thing which I liked is the display. Of course it's a 1080p display, and the bezels around the screen are amazingly thin, so that creates a huge effect for me. Now second thing which I like is the specs. Are the specs. Now the specs of the smartphone are like the higher flagships of from the company like HTC, Samsung and LG. They have the Snapdragon 800 processor, but you get a Snapdragon 800 in a $349 price tag smartphone with 2 gigs of RAM, which creates a huge difference. Now being a Nexus device, you will get updates as far as possible, and this device comes preloaded with Android 4.4 KitKat. Now another thing which I liked about it is its sort of design. Now I discussed about the design that it's too simple and too minimalistic and as compared to the smartphones, but one thing I'm going to tell you, I'm I have to tell you is that the design is simple, and if it is simple, it is the best. I like simplicity, and the more is simple, the more is good. This is a sort of propaganda from my inner body, and you can see the windows are getting simpler, the iOS is getting simpler, it is getting plain, minimalistic, and that's create a good effect on your eyes and you see plain things. But personally I like the Nexus 5 design, but for those who don't like plain design, this can be a major drawback. Now there are not much things which I don't like about the smartphone, but on other people's perspective, design can be a major drawback in this thing, as the camera is slightly bulged out, and I don't know what the funky camera design is that, but I don't know, I just didn't like that camera design in the whole body design. That camera is spoiling the mood. So this was my uh, first impressions of the Nexus 5 leaks. So just wait and watch for Google to release it on 28th October, and I will get my hands on as soon as possible and will upload the video on my channel. So stay tuned for more videos, subscribe for reviews, unboxings, giveaways and tutorials. So thanks for watching this video.